What's up, everybody? You know that I shoot normally, when I'm shooting vlogs, I normally shoot with a Joby GorillaPod. It's actually what I've got the camera on right now. I have a new toy, and I want to show it to you. I want to show you what I got. You know that I like DJI stuff. I've got a couple of their drones. Someone's car alarm's going off. So you know that I've got a couple of their drones. I love their stuff. It's good. So I'm gonna do an unboxing and a kind of first impression. I'm not sure how I'm gonna film this. We'll figure it out. Okay. Very nice case we've got here. Cool latching mechanism. Just the fact that they have this built into this styrofoam case. It's like a Pelican case. Man, this thing is heavy duty. Twist this. Oh, ooh. Did you hear that? It's like, it's got a lock inside. That's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. This thing is a little more intense than some of my other gear. Power brick mounting plate. This is the tripod mount that screws onto the bottom. Battery / grip. Carrying case. Obviously not a carrying case for the whole thing, because this thing is much larger than this case. What is in here? Screws and adapters. A quick release. Lots of cables. Put that back up for right now. And I think all we're left with here is, well, it turns, so how do I get it out of here? Oh, wow. I may have bit off more than I can chew here. Okay. I'll want to follow any and all directions, so let's find those. Okay. Fire up the Ronin app. Stuff's in there. All right, well, I guess we'll start with plugging it in. And we'll connect it to, definitely has that new gadget smell. It's supposed to lock in place. Ha. All right, we're cooking with gas here. All right, so I've found the charging port. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing charging for a couple minutes. Be right back. All right, so now we've got a little bit of juice in the battery. I need to balance it. I need to take this camera off this and actually put it on here. So I'm gonna switch to the iPhone now. Okay, so now we're on the iPhone. We've got the Canon 6D Mark II still filming. So still filming there, but we're gonna go ahead and move. Take this guy, bring it over here. Okay. All right, and we are going to begin the process of getting this thing balanced. Okay, so it is now 12:42 in the morning. I was gonna go shoot a little bit tonight with this, but I'm gonna wait till the morning. A little bit of info on what I've just experienced going through. So number one, read the manual, but I was getting continuous balancing issues with the pan axis, right, which is the spin around axis. So yeah, lots of problems. I updated the firmware and that was resolved. Updating the firmware was kind of interesting. I had to update 3 different levels of firmware, and the final version failed twice, and I ended up having to, disconnect and reconnect the Ronin to the Mac. And you can't update it with the iPhone like you can the drones. You've got to do it directly connected to the computer. It doesn't do it over Bluetooth, it only does it over USB. There was that experience, but now it seems to be working pretty well. I have the Ronin app running on my iPhone here. I can modify the position. If I sound terrible right now, it's because I am currently recording audio directly through the camera. Normally I'm using my wonderful Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, but I cannot get it to balance with this on. So yeah, I guess we'll cut to tomorrow. All right, so it's the next morning. I have figured out all my alignment and balance and weirdness issues. And I came to a park not too far from my house, and I thought that I would kind of give this a shot and see what kind of steady B-roll shots I can actually get with the Ronin S. A couple things to note. You know, you do want to make sure that you have everything on the camera before you actually start balancing it. I came out this morning and decided that I wanted to go ahead and add an ND filter because it's really bright out here, and realized that that was going to totally throw off my balance. So I had to rebalance it with the ND filter on there. That wasn't really difficult, actually. It wasn't hard to do. Took about 2 or 3 minutes, so that wasn't too hard at all. So I figured I would take this opportunity to you know, just kind of try this out and see how it goes. So far, the ease of use has been there once I got it calibrated, once I got it all nice and balanced. There was a firmware update issue last night. I was up until like 1 or 2 in the morning, but I've got most of that pretty much set up. So shooting with this thing vlog style is kind of interesting. It does keep things super smooth, but man, is it heavy. I'm gonna really stick with the joystick here. It's heavy. I do have the flip out screen on the 6D open, and it doesn't seem to be affecting my balance much, which is interesting, considering the fact that the ND filter really gonna get some tricep work out of this. And then also just a reminder, I'm not shooting with my normal shotgun microphone, so that's why my audio probably sounds a little junky. This place is covered with peacocks, so I'm gonna see if I can't find some and get some video. All right, let's roll. Basics down in terms of controlling it and some of the settings. I've been playing around with speed, rotation, and I did one of those infinite 360s. Been playing a little bit with you know, roll back and forth, just kind of slow motions for primarily B-roll and that sort of stuff. After you carry it for a little bit, it's not too bad. Weight-wise, you kind of get used to the weight. You kind of get used to how it moves around. And I've really kind of enjoyed, so far, the adjustments and the different modes. Popular park. It's Thanksgiving Day. So for those of you in the States, happy Thanksgiving. Lots of families getting pictures taken, all that sort of stuff. So it's getting a little crowded. There's a lake a little bit this way that I want to go ahead and check out. And then I've got to head home to make my own Thanksgiving dinner. My nice microphone, it's starting to get real windy out here and time's running out. I've got to head home and start Thanksgiving dinner. But this has definitely been a ton of fun. DJI Ronin S first impressions, I guess. Really great. It's gonna take a lot of work to get good stuff out of it, but I feel like what you can do with that once you put the work in is gonna be pretty phenomenal. So I'm excited to really learn. All right, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like and all the good stuff, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the States, and I will see you in the next video.